Hello there, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, and this is the Lost Gardens. Well, these are the Lost Gardens, because you have to think about the pluralized format. Also, wouldn't they technically be the Found Gardens, seeing as how you can't really physically lose a garden if you're the person finding it? This is a good intro. Okay, so this is an indie game which is made by a little team called Rabbit Hole Studios. It was published in alpha about a month ago, and if you haven't heard about it, I honestly can't say I blame you, because it's not currently on Steam as of the time being. I wasn't really able to find anything on it. I even looked on YouTube, and I wasn't really able to see any gameplay on it either, but it's been out for a month now, and I was actually recommended to maybe do like a playthrough of it. So, it's pretty much what we're gonna do. I don't even know if I'm gonna split this video up. This will probably just be one long video, because game's in alpha, and might as well just show off all of that it has to offer, and hopefully it may pique the interest of some people who are interested. It is a 2D action-adventure game where you have like random encounters and puzzles, and that's all I know about it based off of the description provided on the website. So a download link will be provided in the description below, and it's very simple to download it. And I'm actually going to lower my volume because that is actually kind of loud. There's no options to actually set the audio for the time being, so you better get on that, developers. Anyway, let's begin a new game. Why? Why did the people abandon us? He has nearly completed the purge. Do we have any options? We have one. The original. The people forgot about it. He could not find it. Our creation will be lost if this one fails. We must try. The original is not like the others. Awaken it. So what if they say I'm not like the others? I mean, it just shows that I actually have some personality. Let's initiate the load. Communications online, 100%. Navigation online, 50%. Equipment online, 10%. Initiate behavior protocols. Lots of techno speak. Because I'm too lazy to say everything. Ooh. I am a robot with a super fancy hat. Welcome back, caretaker. Initiate comm. Thank you. My apologies. I appear to have damaged memory cores. I don't recall who you are. The One. Oh, so this is just basically the god of the Garden of Eden. I'm sorry, are we doing the Talos Principle again? I feel like I need to bring this up every time I do a puzzle game, just because I don't know any other game to compare a puzzle game to, and I'm just a really terrible person. Understandable. You have been in the garden for a very long time. Memory issues are to be expected. We are what the people used to call the One. Can you access your last memory log? Access last memory log entry. Last memory log. You are the caretaker. You are directed to assist the people in any way they deem fit. That was your first memory log. The damage is worse than expected. With time, your auto repair should restore more records. Can you initiate it? Initiate memory recovery protocol. That could take some time. How about we test out your navigation while we wait? Player, please use WASD for directional movements. My immersion is ruined. You have to tell me about these things. And the game is running at a solid, close to 40 frames per second. I mean, that's not too bad. This is on the Unity engine, as you could probably tell from the opening credits. And it's, this reminds me a little bit of Don't Starve, the way it's set up, because it's got, like, the sprites, and I'm not really sure if you can actually rotate your angle like you could, at least in Don't Starve 2. I only played a little bit of that game. Press E to the geothermal plant. I don't think we can access that right now. Alright, so we do have ourselves a little garden, and I think we need to actually locate some stuff to unlock other stuff. Alright, that's a pretty basic scenario. But yeah, I played a little bit of Don't Starve Together, or Don't Starve 2, I'm just gonna call it the sequel from this point onwards. And you could probably tell why I was reminded of that game visually, but so far it looks really nice. I like my hat. Like, that is a very nice hat. You know, developers, you should probably start a merchandise at some point. I would be the first one to buy a hat like this. Press E again. Ah, save points. Excellent. I was actually wondering how you could save the game. I'm not sure if you could do it via escape menu. Your navigation system seems to be working at an acceptable level. In other words, you approached the bridge and the script activated so that way we could tell you about these things. Up ahead are some health and ammo containers. If you walk into them, they should be added to your inventory compartments. So, game has an inventory. How do I open that? I can make a neat little sound play when I hit the enter key, but nothing really else. Oh my god, that is brutal! That's the last thing I expected. I have a friggin' shiv attached to my arm. I am so prepared. Let me cut down a tree. Can I cut down a tree? Please. Oh no, you can only phase through the trees. Can I cut down flowers? No. Well, what the hell's the point of the shiv if I can't actually cut down anything? Oh well. You can activate your visual inventory aided by using tab. Oh, it's a tab key. In this menu, you will find the items you just picked up. Be careful when you use them. They are rare and can only be used once. Red containers will fill your health. Blue containers will fill your energy. Much of your equipment you will find uses energy. Okay, gas-operated robot, that's to be expected. Let me have a look at my inventory. I have memories? What is this? Well, I guess this is something you keep track of, because he did say, like, initiate the first memory at the beginning of the game, and that's probably what the purpose of that is. But now I can see the meter down at the bottom of the screen. I don't appear to have very much energy, but I am full on health. It would be somewhat cruel if you suddenly had all your health drained. So should I use one of these now? I don't really know. Bestiary. Interesting. I can log all of the innocent creatures that I'm going to slaughter. I'm liking this game already. Come on. Come on. Give me something to smash. To the wetlands. So, is my robot waterproof? Oh. That was sudden. Can I just leave? Oh, okay. I see how it is. I was really confused for a moment. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit lost at the moment. I just need to figure out where it is I'm going. Admire the beauty of these cherry trees. The art in this game looks very, very nice. I must comment on that. I think the water effects are probably the only thing that's really causing the frame drop, or maybe this is just the intended frame rate of the game. Perhaps, I don't think my machine just really likes the water effects in the first place. That's probably the offending issue. I do not appear to have anywhere else to go, so I guess we are going to Wet Dry World and observe the blue mushrooms in all of their majesty. Still can't cut anything down. Can't even take crystals. We have a small puzzle here to test your logic algorithms. Yes, puzzle game. That is within the game's description. So right, let me press the button. Press this button. A. Master of Puzzles. What is that thing up there? That thing looks damaged. Maybe I can go repair it? With the power of love. No, I can't even reach it. Very well then. I will proceed to forget about ever seeing that for the rest of my days. Well done! Everything seems to be working with minimum parameters. Where do the people require my assistance? Caretaker, the people have been lost. We have awoken you for another purpose. What is it you require? He has come into this world. Beyond this cave you will witness the damage he has done. I will initiate maidservant. No, Caretaker. He has drained the life from our world. You need to reclaim what was lost. You need to travel to the 6 sanctuaries to remove him from each region. Acknowledged. Well, at least there doesn't appear to be any emotional manipulation or burdens upon my character. Did I find a secret area? I'm going to pretend that that's a secret area and totally not a place that anyone can access very easily. And we shall move on towards this location where we will find a hole. I cannot stay beyond the garden. Caretaker, retake the swamplands. Beware, you will have many traps and adversaries to stop you. Good luck. Trust no one. We will always be with you. Alright, here we go. I guess we're past the tutorial phase. We've got plenty of health packs to collect. I should probably see if I can find, like, maybe a save point or something. Apparently I can actually orient my direction by right-clicking in front or to the left and right and to the back of the robot. That's kind of interesting. Can I do the same? Yeah, I do the same if I attack. Alright. What do we have here? I see something again, another one of those things that's damaged. I don't suppose I can actually return to the previous area that I was in. Well, maybe not for the time being. Oh, hey! Suddenly enemies. Stab. Stab. Okay, I see how this works. So we just gotta dance around these little mushroom people, I guess? I don't know what else to call them. They're shrooms. This game has random encounters. Alright then. Do you have something to say? Now you have something to say. Welcome to the wetlands. Very informative. I at least know now where I am. And I will probably commit this to memory. Can I? Oh, you can toggle the map on and off, but you can't open a full screen map. I see. This looks like a save point. Cool. I'm gonna look at my inventory for a second. Bestiary. Mayon. So it is a little mushroom purpose. Oh, it's just adorable. Look at it. I don't even care if it says it's rotting debris. It's a mushroom. It's a mushroom. I want to adopt one. What do we have here? Energy. Okay, that's how it works. So, I don't think I have any, like, specialized weapons that actually uses the energy for the time being. I presume that's what that's for, anyway. I just appeared to have this shiv, which is just my default melee weapon. Which, Can I... Did I switch weapons? Because it looks like I'm... Okay, there we go. Now it wants to use the shiv. But then it was like it didn't want to use the shiv. It's like sometimes the weapon displays and other times it just disappears. I'm not sure if that's a bug or if that's intentional. Possibly, It's possibly the latter. These people know what they're doing. Right. Down we go. Take another casual stroll in the swamp. And see what we can see. It's very grid-like, this formation of land. This terrain. So it appears as though that the objective is at least fairly basic. There's not a whole lot that you can do except go from point A to point B. Which may be serviceable enough to some people who are just looking for the experience of it all. So, no major complaints from me so far. Oh boy, we got ourselves another puzzle. It's pretty difficult. I fully expect to be stuck on at least one of these puzzles for about half an hour. Because I am not the ideal puzzle solver in this game. Got more mushrooms? Alright. Don't do shrooms, kids. Just stab them instead. Boop. There we are. Plenty of energy to spare. We are gathering resources at an alarming rate. I'll go over here in a second. I want to observe what's over to the northwest. It's probably a diverging pathway. Or perhaps even where I came from? I don't think it's where I came from. Yeah, this looks a little bit different. Does this just take me out of the place? Yes, it does. Where am I now? Krusty wants out. Krusty wants out. We're not going there right now. I'm sorry, but I do not have an adequate source of light to guide me in a place that has literally no music. And when there's literally no music in a very dark enclosed area, that usually means I'm gonna die or get seriously spooked. What is that thing? That is a, I don't know what that is. I don't really know what to describe it. It's like a staff that rose up from beyond the swamp. I noticed that if you just keep holding down the mouse button, then that does like a pretty serviceable job at getting rid of your opponents. So that was just a trap. It doesn't appear to actually do anything for the time being, unless I need some sort of ranged weapon. Again, I should probably check my inventory and see if that's the case. I don't think it is. Probably not. I guess we're going to have to brave the darkness of the cave. Oh. Can I at least go around it first? Maybe check and see if there's anything... No, there's just an invisible wall preventing me from exploring the areas around it. Fair enough. Fair enough then, dear boy. Okay, so there is music in here, it's just a little bit quiet. Understood. Wait a minute, isn't this just... Oh no, that's the entrance. It looks strikingly similar to the outside, and that, you know, that's probably why. It's just a similar formation, but not the exact same terrain copy and pasted. Okay, they're not being lazy, at least. There we go. Combat is pretty much a non-issue as long as you're fighting mushrooms. So the game is based around random encounters. I'm not sure if there are any actual properly scripted encounters. Why is there... There appears to be a giant invisible wall in front of this thing. Can I do something with this? I don't think I can. Oh, no, it spawns enemies. Sure. No! Back off, foul demons! I do not wish to be healthy. Right. Let me go back and inspect that again. Equipment status update. Defense systems upgraded. Shoot the target on the left to test functionality. Aha. So, do I have a weapon now? I do have a weapon. How do I use the weapon? Do I have to equip the weapon? Aha. I do have to equip the weapon. Well, that appears to have certainly worked. Please, no, just go away. This is a really crappily ranged weapon. Unless it depends on where your mouse cursor is pointing. That was a little bit underwhelming. Let me try that again. Pew, pew. I guess it works. That's probably what I need to... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this object changed color, so I think that's what I need in order to progress. But I think I will have to stick to the melee weapon for the time being. So for future reference to anyone who might be playing this game, you could switch weapons with the scroll wheel, which is easy enough to memorize. Alright. Let us leave this dank, foul place and explore other regions. Other regions which will hopefully be more fruitful. There we go. It's nice to see the sunlight once again. Actually, I imagine it's probably fairly overcast given the rain, but you get exactly what I'm saying, I am quite positive. I'm confident in your skills in assessing the situation. Where's the target? Where's the target? Fine, I guess I have to battle enemies. Yeah. There we go. And hit the button. Shoot the thing. There we are. Instantly changes to a new object, and that allows you to proceed. Master of puzzle solving. Do not forget me. When you are stuck on a conundrum, just follow my channel. I will give you all of the best advice on how to proceed in a puzzle game. And that usually consists of just randomly shooting at anything you see and hope something else happens. Because patience is for people who are not like me, and you don't want to be people who are not like me. Actually, I am the least of your aspirations. You should probably strive to be someone who's not me, but like maybe someone who's yourself. That's the best life advice I can offer. Pew. Alright, I'm going to shoot you, and I will skillfully avoid your projectiles, provided I can actually learn how to aim. This is dealing 1 point of damage every time I hit you. I feel like that the knife would probably be much better under these circumstances. According to the game, I am out of energy. There we go. So, I mean, he was a little bit beefy compared to the mushrooms, but he was a little bit flowery at the same time. So, in the end, I would say that he is most certainly a plant, and he is not an animal. Just a very sentient, angry plant. Okay. What do we have here? I should probably just stick with a knife for now. And I can't instantly use the health kits. You have to actually activate them inside the menu. Sure. Stab, stab, stab. Yeah, that's way more effective than the little laser pistol. You just have to sort of take your time with your shots. Or your stabs. So, you just sort of duck in, swing at the dude, then duck back out. I shall commit this to memory. And I will also take a moment to refill my energy. What is this thing? A Rafflesipede! A Rafflesipede! This creature was formed from the gardens of the hub city. It is capable of traveling great distances underground. It is often found in caves. It prefers to avoid close-range combat and provides long-range cover for the other abominations. Okay then. Allow me to just take a moment to refill my energies. And I have a sprinting mechanic I have a sprinting mechanic. This is the first time I've even learned of this. Apparently, if you hold down shift, you can actually sprint for a short period of time. That's kind of helpful to know. But I will continue to take my time. For a majority of this video, I might occasionally break into a sprint if I have to, like, backtrack or something, but for the most part, I want to take things nice and slow. Nice and slow and steady, so I can observe all of the little details within the world. Even though the world itself is semi-barren, hopefully that will change in future updates, who knows? But we have ourselves a matching puzzle. I see how this works. Strictly based on memorization. I believe this was... No, I'm bad at puzzling. I'm so sorry. You're probably screaming at me for not taking notice of that upon retrospect. And I apologize, but I do not commit things to memory very well. As soon as something disappears, it's basically out of my mind for the rest of the journey. There we go. Please shoot this thing again. And there we have it. So the weapon itself appears to be just more of a utility item. It's not especially effective against enemies compared to the Shiv. So I'll probably continue to use melee weapons unless I encounter an extremely dangerous foe. Here's another thing, defense systems upgraded. Short-range explosive defense system can be used to destroy weak walls. Huh. Okay. Alright, give me something to fight. I want to see how this works. Is it like a throwing grenade? Oh. Maybe if I actually, like, switch to the weapon, it would help. Oh, that's interesting. It appears to encompass a very small circular range, so if I just throw that out here... And 20 damage, it's not quite as efficient as the knife. So far, this is shaping up to be the best weapon in the game. So I'm probably just gonna do a knife-only run from now on until I find something that's like a bazooka or a BFG. Because at this point you could probably see that, yeah, I'd rather just take the easy way out under a lot of circumstances. It's a little bit hazardous trying to hug all of the enemies, but at least you'll make them feel a bit better about themselves. I'm assuming this is what I need the explosive device for. I probably don't want to... What do you mean that doesn't work? Alright, fine game, I guess you're gonna play by your own rules. Technically, it did say in the description that it's only intended for destroying walls. It's not especially effective against logs, I presume? Which I don't fully grasp the concept behind, but whatevs. Whatevs. Give me a moment to save my game. And observe another bridge that appears to be in a state of disrepair. So let's reveal all the colored tiles and see what we can see. And that was the game's punishment for not memorizing, once again, what patterns are on each individual panel. Okay, this one was, like, up here? No. This one is, here. Wait a minute. Okay, it doesn't correspond with the ones that are directly across from each other all of the time. I see how it is. Okay. Pew. And there we go. Aha! It's a good thing I packed some dynamite with me. Boom! Nice. Alright, what's back here? Another invisible wall. Oh, I just gained some serious air from doing that. Here, do that again. Come on. Oh, right. So you can jump in this game. It's a little known detail about some of these games is that typically you can jump around in them, and that will allow you to access areas that are previously unreachable. So, I think we've got ourselves a new mission plan, and that is to investigate this guy over here. He's my companion forever and ever, and I will continue to spam the A button as much as possible. He's not doing anything. What if am I supposed to shoot my companion? I mean, that doesn't really sound like a very hospitable thing to do, but that's the only option I have left. Oh, there we go. Now I'm at face-to-face level with him. Pew, 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 pew. Notice me! Maybe if I blow him up using a grenade... That just went to the least intended place I imagined I wanted to toss that bomb. It's like the robot's trying to shoot me. It's like the robot's trying to shoot me, the player. What did I ever do to you, Mr. Robot? I do not understand. Now, I'm about 99% certain that I am currently stuck in a location where I'm not supposed to be, but at the same time, I want to assume that I'm incorrect because I feel as though that this is more interesting than what the game has had to offer so far. Just a thought. But so far, I am digging the exploration factor of this indie development title. I have to say, yep, this is most certainly where I want to be right now. I am free to do whatever I please. And that is occasionally getting stuck inside areas that I cannot even see because the floor is in the way. But nevertheless, it is an exploration factor. It is definitely what I would call a feature under these circumstances. You're meant to explore all potential nooks and crannies in hopes of locating secret areas and special devices in order to aid you on your journey. And this special device up here has certainly aided me on my journey, I am convinced. He doesn't do anything, except occasionally shoot a tomato at me. But, you know, it's an affectionate gesture. I understand in some countries that people throwing fruit at the people who are doing the stage performing, you know, that just means that they like the show. They want to make sure that the practitioner remains at his most nutritious state whenever he's performing for the audience. Huh. This is an odd defense mechanism. I don't really know if this one's actually supposed to be here or not. Maybe not. I don't know. I feel like that it's supposed to encompass this general area to prevent me from exploring this place. But at the same time, why else would they put this large strip of land right here for me to investigate? Also, I apologize if you heard me just bump my desk right there. Hopefully that will not show up in the video, because my leg decided to do things without my consent. There we go. I successfully surmounted the platform, and now I will investigate what is beyond this realm. It appears as though I may have actually found the level itself, which is, interesting. Where am I now? Am I back at... No, this appears to be a new area. Alright, maybe that was what I was supposed to do. Okay, I just showed you a pretty good speedrunning trick. Uploading memory log 3 of the Fallen. The people have come a long way since my creation. The life on this planet seems to be thriving off of our cooperation. The organic life and synthetic creations are merging into one. Fascinating. Ooh. Ah! Hey, mushrooms! No, that is my energy capsule, not yours. You do not need to subsist off of energy. That is purely for my taking, because I am the protagonist, and the protagonist is the only person who is allowed to have access to these devices. So back off, foul demons! This is my health capsule. I feel as though that we're doing the same song and dance all over again. Well, you just backpedal a couple of times so that way I don't take needless damage. I should probably not just stand there like an idiot and take all of those hits. Alright. What else do we got here? Got ourselves more mushrooms? Huh. Well, this place is, a little bit barren. I guess I should probably actually just check in my inventory for a moment. Just take a peek at that, see what we have right here. Memories. There we go, memories. So, somewhere along the lines, I missed memory 2, and that was probably due to the, developers placing an intentional speedrun strategy location where that way you could easily just skip the second memory. By design, clearly. So, don't worry, I know exactly what I'm doing at this point, guys. I just need to go back and possibly recover that memory. And you are actually sprinting pretty close to me. I don't really like that appearance. Not sure if you really know me well enough, but I don't actually like mushrooms. I literally cannot digest mushrooms. They are just... ugh, they are so disgusting to me. I apologize to anyone who is actually a fan of mushrooms, but they just don't do justice against my taste buds. Alrighty. With that out of the way... let's actually figure out where the hell I am. This is definitely a bit of a conundrum. I don't think that guy's actually going to be bothering me, so I'm just going to leave him alone for now and maybe have the mushrooms hightail me for a while. I'll cross the bridge once more and see if I can actually find something that is, a potential value to me. Also, I like how when you're far out of range of an enemy, you could still hear the sounds of it firing at you. Just to let you know, yeah, you haven't killed all the enemies at the place yet. Just go do that. It's a video game. You gotta kill enemies. Random encounters. Swing, 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 swing. Okay. Let's just go back over here and check out these logs. So these logs are in the way. These logs are in the way. I think this is where I was previously. My goodness, this guy has been persistent. But let me continue to at least skillfully strafe around this area and use my extended melee range to my advantage. So that way I can cut that flower up to little pieces and make myself a little flower garland. Garment. Bleh. Let me save the game again. And, just leave. I am not interested in fighting these people. I would rather go right here. Right now. F. Oh, I thought that was to toggle my flashlight for a minute. Sometimes I forget that the flashlight is automatic. I'm looking a little bit bruised. How many health capsules do I have? I got 8 of them. I may as well use one. That recovers 50 heart power. And yes, I still call it heart power instead of hit points because I was a dumb kid and I didn't understand proper gaming terminology. So from now on, it is designated heart power. Because it makes me feel better about my heart. As black and as tiny as it is. Boop, 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 boop. Ah, you should seriously learn some manners, sir. What do we have here? A jumping puzzle, it appears. I like jumping puzzles. Except in first-person shooters, because jumping puzzles in first-person shooters are often a little bit flunky, a little bit clumsy. Except in the Talos Principle. I mean, we're gonna go back and talk about that game some more, because, again, that's the only puzzle game I can really cite. That has some pretty good first-person puzzling in it. Mostly because of the auto-jumping mechanic. This, doesn't appear to have done really anything for me. Well, it was part of the journey that was most important, you know? The journey is the destination, as they always say, those wise old folks in the gaming industry. So I can safely say, without a doubt, that was a joyous experience. I got to experience some puzzle platforming for a game that did not have a solution for that particular puzzle. Alright. I guess I should actually go back up there for a minute. But there's so much else I want to explore. Like, you know, there's actually a jumping puzzle over here where you can collect more energy capsules. But the first platform appears to be missing. Unless I could just... No, I could keep spamming jump and I'll eventually reach it. Fair enough. There we are. This is probably where I'm supposed to go. I suppose the other platforms are set in place to just instruct you on how to approach them? Question mark? Ellipses? We getting somewhere by doing this? Hopefully. If I just keep following the wall, then I'll find, this? Aha. So it's an alternate means of reaching that area, it appears. Unless this is a complex jumping puzzle. Oh, there's actually a dude right here. Memory log number 5. So you don't appear to get them in chronological order, you might just get them in random order, and then it constructs, like, an actual story at the end? I presume. So I suppose if I collect them all, then I would most likely read all of them in succession just to make more sense of this current situation. Greetings, I am Generation 01, Assistance Automation. Automation? Automaton? Automation. It seems the procedure was a success, however the original appears to be inoperative. Where would you like it discarded? Yes, it is a story that's being built up. Most fascinating. Alright, hopefully I will live up to that promise of mine, and actually proceed to read all of those once we have acquired all of them in the game. But for now, otherwise this is pretty much a dead end. So, it looks as though we're going to have to parkour our way back. Up we go. I haven't really commented on the music at all either, and it's mostly because I haven't really been paying attention to the music. I have to keep the sound somewhat low when I'm recording, otherwise I can't really concentrate on the actual commentary portion itself. The music so far is pretty relaxing, so I'm looking forward to when they either release the soundtrack or maybe upload it onto YouTube or something, because I would definitely like to give it a listen on a separate occasion. Maybe if I play this game again at some point, just without commentary, then I'll probably have a chance to better listen to the sounds that are emerging from the background. It's very peaceful, I like it. I like it a lot. Alright. Let's have another look. There has to be some measure of importance to exploring this area besides collecting those, well, what are essentially just journal entries. That was a very loud sound. How many enemies actually spawned right there? Goodness. That actually scared me more than anything else in this game. That scared me more than Doom 3 ever scared me, and that game was, pretty ultra spooky. You know, I'm just gonna spice things up. I'm actually gonna just toss a bomb. Boom! Here, I just need to... Okay, let me position myself properly so that way I can lay down the mine. And... there we are. Oh, health! Thank you. Thank you for the health drop. Right? Oh, game just farted at me. Sure. Take the bombs. Take all the bombs. I got plenty of bombs. You want bombs? You want it? It is yours, my friend. As long as you have enough rose petals. Right. You want some too? Don't worry, I got plenty of bombs to spare. Until I run out of energy, in which case I'll just resort to stabbing everything like a lunatic. Totally not a psychopath here, guys. Don't worry, I'm the protagonist in the story. The protagonist, you might say in other languages. And the protagonist is always justified in his actions. That is a large key. I assume that this key... unlocks something, maybe? Let's find out. How about that? The key did what the key was meant to do. Excellent. Unique equipment acquired, a lantern. Once equipped, the lantern will allow you to see in dark areas. I wonder if this lantern has, like... I wonder if it runs off of energy or something, because it can't be infinite usage. I mean, infinite usage would most certainly be welcome by this point, but... I'm not presently seeing the meter go down, unless it just goes down very slowly, in which case that's understandable. But either way, this light source will help me illuminate the possibilities of the current situation. And help me figure out what all of my options are inside this dank, dusty cave, such as finding some secret health! And it was a trap devised by Satine! I can't believe I have been bamboozled once again! Gosh darn you, game. You and your tricks. Alright. So the key helped us acquire a lantern. Now we can explore dark areas. Is there any other purpose to exploring this area? Besides spawning more mushrooms? Can't say that there is. I should really check and see if there's actually a means you could use to destroy these, because... I feel like that this is something that you should be able to do. But no. You can't even jump over them. It's just, they prevent you from doing that. Okay, I'm gonna consult the map real quick, you know, the thing that's actually been in the top right corner of the screen, to help me navigate this place. That might be useful, I'm just saying. I'm gonna go back up here and see if there was anything I missed in the area where I acquired that lantern. Sprinting seems a little bit unresponsive when you press and hold the shift key. Like, when it works, but it looks like that sometimes it just decides to not work. Okay, maybe that's just because the stamina bar is recharging, but the stamina bar is not visible when it's recharging, so it's when you use up all of your stamina, then the bar goes invisible, and then you can't actually see it recharging. That's a little bit of a nuisance in my opinion. Perhaps it should probably, like, maybe turn red to indicate that it's currently recharging. I think that would just be a better visual indication rather than having it just disappear completely. I'm gonna use the intended method of puzzle solving and just jump over to this area again, just because I want to see if there's actually anything else I missed. Unless the game has suddenly decided that I can no longer go over there. Come on. Come on. Oh, no, that just re-enters the cave. Alright, never mind. Let me just exit this place. Fear of the unknown. So that's what the F stood for. I see. Very deep. Very insightful. Off we go to new lands. And, see what else this lantern can do. Can I use the lantern outside? Well, no. It illuminates a very tiny spot on the ground, it looks like, but apart from that, it does nothing. And I don't think I can actually disable it. It's just on automatically. Well, that's fair enough, I suppose. Let's have a look around and actually maybe go to that area up there that has the special little pedestal on it. I still can't go over there. So I am missing a device that I need to cut down those trees. I wonder if this game has a chainsaw. So I can rip and tear everyone's butts. Everyone's butts right here is in need of some form of adjustment. And I am the adjuster. I am a robot and a half, and I am not afraid of you foul creatures. Okay. I kind of wish I could full screen the map at this point, because so far, I'm having a difficult time actually reading it. I'm very bad when it comes to these kinds of games. I can't read maps, as you may know. But let me just go down here, circle around a little bit, and return to this place. This is where I acquired that object, and over there is a bridge? Where does this lead? I think I've been over here before, but once again, I am just, at this point, wandering. Alright, this is where the cave was at, so let me just take care of these interlopers real quick. Yes, get in the corner where you belong. And then we should be good for the time being, until those flowers at least approach me. For now, I'm basically invincible. And I'll probably save my game momentarily, just because I don't want to die to flowers. Like, that's the ultimate form of being a pansy. Get it? Pansy because flowers? This is gonna be a long playthrough. Okay. Stop, 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 stop. Stop it! Alright. Save my game once more. And we will proceed to actually see if we can get to that area over there. And if not, I am going to be super depressed. And I don't have any guide to consult either, because nobody else knows about this game at the moment. So this is a fantastic blind experience. I will not be tempted by the internet to reveal all the secrets that this game has to offer. Let me just look around some more. Okay, first of all, I'll actually deal with you, because you're actually kind of annoying me by this point. Alright. Now, let me just go down here. That was a pathway that I'd taken previously. It might help if I actually backtrack to where I was previously, so I can at least establish if I have missed something. This appears to be an area in which I either previously was at? Yes, this is looking familiar. Alright, here we go. This is where I solved one of the first puzzles. Got it. So, is there something different I could do here now? Like, maybe there's another cave I can explore that possibly has something I can light up the darkness with? Let me have a look. Because maybe there was something I missed. And I'm just not seeing it now. But oh, okay. Trap. I see. Thank you, game. Righty. Let's observe this place again. No, there doesn't really appear to be anything else I can interact with. This is just the location where you acquire the laser. So I just have to dispose of all of these mooks again before I have permission to leave, it looks like. I just have to dispose of all these mooks before I have permission. Oh, fine, I'll hit the thing again. Please, just aim it at... There we go. Alright, I'm just going to have to observe a bit more carefully what I was doing. I think I might actually cut to where I figure out what the solution is. Because, as of the time being, I have no clue what I'm doing. But I'll keep trying. I'll certainly find my own means of exploring this rather harsh and unforgiving environment. And that includes figuring out how on earth I'm supposed to actually... I'm curious now, do you have to use the lantern, like, right next to the logs? Like, do you have to burn them down? That's actually what I'm wondering by this point. Because, so far, I just can't seem to really wrap my head around this one. I can't... Okay, so the lantern is, like, selected and stuff, but it's not really doing a whole lot for me right now. So maybe I am just missing something out in this direction. One thing I'm willing to admit is that I am getting somewhat tired of the random encounters. It's just, these enemies have not really been all that threatening, and I get that because it's just the first level of the game. So obviously they want to be able to ensure that you have a somewhat relaxing time. It's just they don't really do a whole lot, and the knife is the strongest weapon in the game as of the moment. So, I have minor criticisms, but again, it could just be for the experience of it all, and some people maybe just don't really care much about the combat at this point, so it's not something worth really complaining over too badly. I do see a save point over there. I also see my shadow down there as well. That's actually kind of neat. What is that down there? Is that a graphical glitch? Yeah, I see a graphical glitch. Okay, gotta fix the game. Otherwise, it's basically unplayable. What am I looking for right now? What am I looking for? I don't know. Is there anything else I can actually do as of the moment? Can I interact with anything else with other buttons? Besides, okay, R is a quick switch button to actually change weapons. That's actually kind of helpful to know. I never knew that, but now I know. And knowing is a quarter of the battle, as Jia Shmo would say. I'm pressing all the buttons. I gotta see if one of these activates some sort of nuclear flamethrower. And that might help me burn down the bridges that are in front of me. But thus far, it doesn't appear to be doing anything. Which is, great. That is fantastico. Alright, here's what we've done. I've returned to earlier on in one of the previous areas that I explored. I'm just gonna check and see if maybe there was something back here that I missed. Because it's more than likely that you do have to backtrack to maybe use some of the new items you've gained to reach different areas. I mean, I certainly wouldn't doubt it at this point, because I've basically run out of all other options. I don't really know what else I'm supposed to do by this point. So, we'll take a peek back in this place. Maybe we'll find something of use. Maybe we won't. Certainly a lot more energy than I've been. Oh, this is how you reach this guy. Okay, so we did find something new. The people believe that they can recreate my systems. I am unsure. However, it is my duty to assist however I can. Well, a nice helping to some energy capsules that guy clearly is not using, so that is a very fine gesture of you, sir. I wonder if I can blow these up. Probably not, because it looks like there's nothing back there, but you never know until you try, right? Hey, it did nothing. Okay, cool. Now, let's just, leave this place, maybe? Because I certainly don't know where I'm supposed to go by this point. Oh, for God's sakes, really? I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. You may not know this about me, but I am what you would call a dense individual, a compact bastard, a person who is not capable of using his brain functions to its highest capacity, because I do not have a high capacity level in the first place. But don't worry, we're definitely getting somewhere. It just takes me about an hour to figure these things out. Are you the original? Yes, I believe I am. What is the original? Pressy. Preston-y. Come on, game. Is the game not responding anymore? Because I can't appear to interact with dialogue anymore. Yeah, okay, sure. Just that's gonna end that conversation. Try that again. Can I activate that again? Or is that just... Nope, it's a one-time instance. Understandable. I suppose in the end, all that matters is that we found a new place. And I think I'm gonna live here for the rest of my life. This seems like a pretty happy place. I definitely want to live here. And you know why I want to live here? Because there is nowhere else to go. So in the end, maybe I did find what I was looking for. Maybe not. But I want to look around a little bit more before I decide I have to call this a session, because I feel as though I'm definitely missing something here. And I know I've had the same hunch for a long time now, but it definitely hasn't changed. There's gotta be something here I'm missing. So, because I'm completely stubborn, I'm not gonna give up just yet. I have an idea. What I'm gonna go do is that load one of my saved games and then try that dialogue exchange again. Because if that's what caused the crash, or the crash, not the crash per se, but the dialogue to not activate, it's possible that maybe if the dialogue doesn't activate, then you can't progress any further. I don't know, this is a really stupid theory, but I figured I should test it at least one more time. Because, you know, it's more dialogue, and you don't want to miss the important dialogue, so let's just go ahead and backtrack there real quick-like. Okay. We're here again. Now, let's do this dialogue a second time. You the original. So believe I am. What is the original? Alright, so I appear to have encountered an issue here. It's impossible to continue this dialogue. Which, I don't know, possibly, I'm going to go off of this theory of mine that because this dialogue exchange cannot be completed, it is impossible to progress from this point onwards. Because I'm pretty sure I've explored every other area and I still have not found anything that allows me to break the logs or burn anything down, so that could possibly be an oversight. Maybe. So I'm going to have to cut the episode here for now and hopefully get an answer towards this. I don't really know how long this is going to take, but maybe I could get some feedback or possibly get somebody to tell me what I'm doing wrong and punch me in the face for being an idiot. But this is going to conclude the first episode of the Lost Gardens alpha test build. Once again, you can find a link to download this game in the description below. If you want to try it out for yourself and maybe see if it's just me doing something wrong and maybe you'll actually make more progress than me, I don't exactly know at this point. But that's going to conclude this video for the time being, so thank you very much for watching, have a great day or evening, and I guess I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.